Welcome to the Weekday Report for Friday, May 30th. I'm Tracy Pelishek. Here's a brief look at the news. Janet DePaoli will spend a year in jail and 7 years on probation after admitting she stole more than $180,000 from the Kenosha Cemetery Association when she worked there. She must pay back $250 per week while she's on probation. DePaoli created a separate account and deposited payments people made there instead of in the regular business account. She then used the separate account for her own expenses. Mentors and their students celebrated a year of developing relationships at the Boys and Girls Club of Kenosha Thursday afternoon. The mentorship program is through the Kenosha Area Business Alliance and connects community professionals with an elementary or high school student who may need extra guidance. More than 200 mentors and students showed up to play soccer, pool, board games, and enjoy a lunch celebrating their relationships. The class of 2014 at Lakeview Technology Academy walked across the graduation stage Thursday night amid the usual pomp and circumstance. One of the ceremony speakers, technology instructor Terry Geringer, encouraged the students to set their goals and follow their dreams and to take the lead as they go forth in the world. Gremlins took over Jeffery Elementary School earlier this week. Jeffrey Zampanti has the story.
Jeffery Elementary students took a step back in time on Wednesday with an up-close look at some classic automobiles, including a 1972 AMC Gremlin, which just so happens to be the school's mascot, and a replica model of a 1902 Rambler. The cars were on display on the school's playground in honor of its namesake, Thomas B. Jeffery, an inventor and bicycle manufacturer who built and sold Rambler bicycles in Chicago from 1878 to 1900. He was one of America's first automotive innovators in the late 19th century, and in 1897 he built a motor car. For the Kenosha News, this is Jeffrey Zampanti.
A Kenosha Little League team spent the month of May raising awareness for a cause close to the heart of its coach, Mike Whiteice. The Lakeland White Sox wore red caps and socks for ALS Awareness Month, emulating minor and major league teams who often support various causes during the season. Coach Whiteice said his wife died from ALS 5 years ago, and raising awareness of it was a way to educate the children and the community about the disease, which has a nearly 100% fatality rate. Central softball team is gunning for another state title. Here's Jeremy Reeves with the story.
The defending WIAA Division I state champion Central softball team began its road to a possible repeat by routing Beloit Memorial 12-0 in a 5-inning regional final on Thursday in Paddock Lake. Central pitcher Alyssa Hernkar allowed 1 hit and struck out 5. She also went 2 for 4 at the plate. Larkin Langston added 2 hits and 2 RBI. Second-ranked Central will host Burlington in a sectional semifinal Tuesday afternoon. Jeremy Reeves, Kenosha News.
What's trending today? Kenosha's new baseball franchise, the Kenosha Kingfish, begin play at Simmons Field Saturday night. Do you think they'll succeed where previous Simmons Field's tenants, like the Twins, Croakers, and Mammoths, have failed? Tell us on our Facebook page. Up next is Terry Flores with Voices on the Street.
This week, Voices on the Street visited a local public library where we asked patrons what their favorite childhood story or fairy tale is, and here's what they had to say.
Have to be Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss.
Okay, why'd you like that story?
Just it was read to me a lot when I was little, and I really got fond of the Dr. Seuss series.
Cinderella, probably.
Okay, why Cinderella?
Because it's pretty classic. I'm sorry, it's pretty classic, and I like how the stories played out.
Like Hansel and Gretel and things of that nature.
Thanks, Terry. Now here's a look at what we're working on today. Jill Roselle will have the latest on the Silver Lake Fire Department's efforts to get back on the road. And Deneen Smith has this week's Sunday Choice, a look at the success rate of Kenosha County students who take advanced placement tests. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Tracy Pelishek with the Weekday Report.